let's go to objects, and I just call this, and what we are going to do here, let's just user info. Okay, and we still do similar thing as, okay, now let's go to the script part. And so what we do here, first we'll create an object. So we've just seen how we create an array. Create an object, and we know that object represents something. So in this case, it's going to represent a user. So we'll call it user, and instead of doing this, we do this, curly brackets, and object comes in two, just like dictionary. We have the key and the value. So I'm gonna call this mark, and after each entry you put a comma. So let's put age, the age, let's put 50, and let's put email, for example. I'll just call it mark at gmail, no, not at gmail, at example.com. But I forgot to add this. And let's add a boolean is active, put it to true. Now the last entry you don't put comma. If I put comma here, then I've caused a problem, so I leave it this way and I put it this way. So this is our object. All right, and now object gives us a better structure compared to the way our databases store data and information. All right, there are different things we can do with this object that we've created. There are different things we can do with it. Now we can say, like, if you are building an app with authentication system or a profile, there's this thing that we always want to do. So let's call this let's build something with objects. So what we do here, I'm going to say something like user profile, and I'm just going to set it to this. I would set this and close it in between. So what I'm doing now is template literal. and now come and say welcome, comma, and I need to access the name alone, so I'm going to say user dot name, you see, and I save. That's not all, because it's not showing. It's supposed to show like this. Let's assume this is somebody's profile, so when the person logs in, you now say welcome Mark to tell you that you've logged in. So step 3 here, we're now coming to say, okay, you know what, I want to pass this to the screen, and I'm going to say documents dot still get element by ID. Very soon we'll throw away this get element by ID, and we're passing info dot inner texts. And what are we passing to the inner texts? We are going to pass the user profile. Simple. So from our object, it has just extracted only the name, and then we have it here, user info welcome Mark. Alright, so what if we want to put other details right there? We can as well do them, or we can build a sentence or whatever with it. Alright, let me come under here and probably change this to h3. Alright, and then underneath I'll put a paragraph, and I'll just call this bio. So in this bio now, what am I going to do? I'll just say documents, or let me do it better. I'll call this bio, and I'll still use the templates, the literal. Okay, bio, yeah. My name is user.name, comma, alright, I am user.age old. I'm user.age old, and you can contact me via my user dot email. So having done all these, I will come down and I'll simply say documents dot get element by ID. This time the ID we are looking for is the bio, and we put the inner text we'll pass it onto our bio. Case close. All right, and don't forget, let's assume that this is representing an object coming from our database. From here now down is a dynamic way of structuring an application, because anywhere you reference this, it will always pull out, it will always come from the database. Whatever that is in the database for that particular user is what will show here. So it's not hard coded, it is dynamic. All right, questions?
Sir, sorry, sir.
I'm with you.
This, is active. Can you please help us implement it inside this? Let's see how it will look like.
Okay.
Let's see either that it will be no, either false or true. That on or off. Because I'm trying to use my head around. I don't want. Since we are already together here, so I'll just show us again.
Okay.
Can say the user active status is either true or false.
Yes, I want to show something that makes sense on the screen. So I will come to
Say that
that,
maybe like a
but
student, yes or no.
user dot is active. There's something. No, the ternary operator is not going to work here. But let me just finish it up and explain. Though it's not going to work. I am not always online. All right. What I'm going to do then is I'll move this. Let me move it to somewhere. Then I will say, the thing is, if I do user dots is active, and then let me paste and cut and join. Just hold on, let's get this active. I put this, otherwise I put this and I save. So I need to move this line up here. Get it? Then let's put this to user status. Right, and in here I'll still come back and do this user status. I hope you guys are following. So I'm using ternary operator to make this is active to work. If user is active, if it's true, it will show I am always active. If I change this to false, to show I am not always online. Do you understand? So the state of the activeness will determine what will show on the screen here. Mr. Benedict, did you get that?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. All right, I hope we can move on. Can we? Shall we? Should we? Can we?